In this movie, we'll examine how to save and move your project when using Final Cut Pro. So we've got our movie open, we've just done our edits, and we're ready to save it and transfer it to another computer to work on later. How and where do we do that? Final Cut Pro actually saves everything for you automatically, so let's take a look at the location where it does that. First, what we want to do is open a Finder window to our home directory. So I'm going to click on the desktop, I'm going to go up to Go at the top, and then I'm going to click on Home here. Once we have our Finder window open to our home directory, we next want to choose and open the Movies folder. Within the Movies folder, you should see a library folder with the purple Final Cut Pro icon. The name of this library folder should match the name of the library you were working with inside of Final Cut Pro. So in this case, you can see that the demo library file here matches the demo library I see when looking at my project in Final Cut Pro. So anytime I do anything within a library inside of Final Cut, it's going to be saving to the corresponding library inside my Movies folder. There is one important thing to note here about working with external files. While Final Cut Pro saves all of your work into the library folder automatically, the video or audio files that you are working from can be either inside the library or external files. We'll click the button here to go to the Media Import window, and we can see here on the right side that there are these two options: Copy to Library and Leave Files in Place. Just be aware that you generally want to keep Copy to Library selected when importing files so that all of your work stays nice and tidy within the library. If you're trying to transport a project that uses external media files from one computer to another, you're going to have to track down those files and move them separately, whereas working from copies inside the library just makes things easier to keep track of. So, if I want to work with my Final Cut project on another computer, what I need to do is get the appropriate library from one place to another. There are a number of different ways to do that, but for today we'll look at two options: saving the library to a portable storage device and uploading the library to a cloud storage site. To get started with this, I'm going to go ahead and close Final Cut Pro since we're done with our edits right now. So the first method we can use to transport a project from one computer to another is a portable storage device like an external hard drive. I'm going to open my external hard drive here and then move my library into it. And then I'm ready to take it to another computer. Once I'm at my other computer, I can grab the library from the external hard drive, place it wherever I want it on the other computer, and then double-click it to open up Final Cut Pro. So for demo purposes here, I'm going to go ahead and trash my existing library since I don't need it. I've got the copy on the external drive. I'm going to grab it, move it in here. Once that copy's over, I'll just double-click it, and you can see that it opens up in Final Cut Pro. And there's my project. Now, as for the second method, which is uploading the library to a cloud storage site, the library files generated by Final Cut Pro are actually complex, nested folder structures unto themselves, so uploading them straight to a cloud storage solution can sometimes cause problems. It's better to first create a compressed or zipped copy of the library, which you can do by right or control clicking on it and selecting the compress option. So let's look at that now. I'm going to close Final Cut Pro again. Once again, I'm going to close our external drive, and we're going to look at our demo library here within our Movies folder. So we can right or control click on that and then click compress, and we get a zipped copy or a compressed copy right here. So that's the file that we would use to upload to a cloud storage site, is that zipped one. To access it on another machine, all you would then do is download it again from your cloud storage site, unzip it, and then double click the unzipped file to load it into Final Cut. So let's look at how that works. Let's go ahead and delete the ones that we have here since we don't need them. And let's say I've just downloaded it from my cloud storage site. So I'm going to have this zipped file in my downloads folder. Let's go ahead and double click on that to unzip it. And we get our demo library folder here. We'll go ahead and right click on that, copy it just to be sure. And then we will go back to our Movies folder because that's where we want it to be. We'll paste the item in here, double click on that, and it's going to open up in Final Cut Pro, and we're good to go.